important, you know what you have to do. Now, if you haven't joined AMAC yet, here are 3 reasons why now's the time to visit amac.us. That's amac.us to become a member. First, AMAC saves you money from tremendous discounts and benefits on travel and lodging, cell phones and plans, access to insurance products, and more. AMAC's money-saving benefits and discounts, they are a powerful tool against inflation. Again, another fantastic sponsor. Please take advantage of it. Second, with a bi-monthly magazine, daily website content, podcasts with America's thought leaders, and an APP that delivers insightful coverage of the issues that matter most, the AMAC Newsline team is a source of information that you can trust. That's an app, by the way. And third, the reason that most people say, well, is their favorite, AMAC fights for your conservative values on Capitol Hill. They have muscle with more than 2 million members, including me. AMAC is a voice that cannot be ignored, working tirelessly to preserve the freedom secured by our Constitution. Visit amac.us. Join today. That's amac.us. amac.us. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
This is Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Jason Walker. Rough ride continues as Wall Street numbers tumbled broadly today. Stocks have been falling on worries about slowing economic growth worldwide amid a global effort to battle inflation. Across the pond, UK government bond yields snapped higher after the new government there announced a sweeping plan of tax cuts. And General Motors says it will spend $760 million to renovate a transmission factory in Ohio so it can build drivelines for electric vehicles. Look at the numbers. Dow fell 486 points at 29,590. S&P 500 down 64 at 3693, and NASDAQ plummeted 198 points, closing at 10,867. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Jason Walker.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, That sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 844-94-BIBLE. That's 844-94-BIBLE. 844-94-BIBLE.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Listen up. Listen up. What? The Mark Levin Show is on the air.
I am ready to start the show.
This is Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
You've heard me talk about the Great Media Research Center, and my buddy Brent Bozell, also great. What fantastic guy. It's a great organization that does tremendous work, but every couple of years they do something really, really cool. They gather a group of conservative thought leaders and a lot of people just like us. That is you. And they head off on a cruise that combines serious discussions on serious issues with a whole lot of fun. And that's exactly what they'll be doing next June for 9 days on a trip from Venice to Rome with several great stops along the way. You can get all the details by going to mrccruise.com or calling 888-MRC-TRIP. Now, you might say, wow, that's in June. I'll wait. Don't wait. They sell out. You want to get the best cabins. They just announced that vaccines won't be required. The testing requirements scaled back dramatically. Of course, it's about time. They already have a great group of guests, ladies and gentlemen. Cal Thomas, Rick Santorum, Jason Chaffetz, Charlie Hurt, Joe Concha, Terry Jeffrey, and several others. You can see the full speaker list at mrccruise.com or call 888-MRC-TRIP, 888-MRC-TRIP, or mrccruise.com. Folks, very, very, very important Life, Liberty, and Levin this Sunday. The opening statement is crucially important. We have Kevin McCarthy on to discuss their proposals that they're running on, their commitments to America, which has now come under attack by Joe Biden, so we want to pursue that. We have Mr. Media, Joe Concha, on. There's nobody better, and he's all over Joe Biden. He's done more research than you can imagine, and those things about Joe Biden I don't know, and that you probably don't know either. And so it's a very, very important program, very important. The Department of Justice, which was going after Congressman Matt Gaetz, well, they just couldn't find the evidence to bring against the man. So after more than 2 years of putting him and his family through hell, he's not going to be charged with having sex with a 17-year-old teenage girl. They haven't even investigated Biden. They investigated him for alleged rape. Remember? Tamara Reid? Wasn't that her name, Mr. Producer? Tara Reid. No, we don't do that. No. So Matt Gaetz has been an innocent man and always will be an innocent man. But the Department of Justice and the FBI tried to shut him up. We have another group, Eagle Forum. The Justice Department has subpoenaed them. The Justice Department has subpoenaed the Eagle Forum, I believe the Alabama, going back 5 years. Documents going back 5 years as part of a lawsuit challenging an Alabama law that prohibits sex change treatments for minors. So what's happening? They're threatening them. They're intimidating them. Their free speech, their right to association. This is going on all over the country, America, all over the country. They want to keep talking about January 6th? Then let's talk about January 6th. With this nation...
Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksbptv.com. Tonight, your Coyotes are back on the road, headed to Clovis to take on the Wildcats. Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, Trustmark Roofing, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Amigo Machinery, Central Valley Electric, Roswell Seed Company, Richland Motors, Big O Tires, Business Notions, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Zenith Security, ENMU Portales and ENMU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, So Easy Sewing, and Maze Lumber. Now, get ready for the action.
Sales. Big O sales.
Count on Big O Tires for great service and even better deals. Now through October 9th, save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Nexen, Pirelli, Nitto, and Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
All right, the national anthem. We normally take a break and go back to the station for commercials, but tonight it is Military Appreciation Night. We have members from Cannon Air Force Base. I see some Marines down there, firemen, policemen, and just a lot of people that basically put their life on the line for us to be able to sit here and enjoy the things that we enjoy, like Wildcat football, for one of them. So we just stayed with that tonight. I set up a crowd mic, so we do have Anna on the board, and I told Anna, get ready. We're going to have a little ambiance tonight. Here comes the flyover right over the top of the press box, and that was a C-130J model from Cannon Air Force Base. And they came in low. That was really cool. And banking off to the north there, see it's got us there. Here came right over the top of the press box. I could barely see the tip of one of the wings as it heads off. across Clovis out into a beautiful sunset. I had the privilege about 2 years ago of getting to ride in one of those, and they took us up to Colorado through the mountains of New Mexico, did some of their training runs, and I tell you, I had my chest stuck out about as far as you could, and I thought, man, these guys and gals, they're good.
Boy, quite an experience.
Oh, it was incredible. They opened the back, the drop gate, and they tethered me in. I think they double tethered me, actually.
Oh, wow.
Didn't want to drop me out the back, but probably walked 10 feet from the edge, and they were doing about, I want to say 300 miles an hour, about 300 feet off the deck.
That's amazing.
And it was incredible. They, go through the mountains. I got to go up in the cockpit, and I'm a military brat, so I've always loved the military. Obviously, my dad served 20 years, and I lived all over the United States. But I went to another level when I got to go fly with those guys and gals and go up to Colorado. It was quite an experience. Got to go out to Cannon and meet the base commander. And it was a media day. It wasn't just for me, but I got to be part of it, and it's a day I'll never forget. And seeing the fly over here, the fire department has a big boom truck out, and they've got it extended, I think, as far as it'll go. They're pretty much about the height of the stadium lights, Scott.
It looks like it. I don't know if I could stand up there in that open air like that. I don't do too well in heights like that. In a booth like this, I'm good, but get me up higher than that in open air, I couldn't do it.
Well, and I'll tell you, those things are structurally sound, but they still wibble and wobble.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's crazy. Scott Shumpert joining me in the booth tonight. Scott, thanks so much. We've worked together, so to speak, but not together.
Right. Yeah, I've had a lot of experience, working in basketball and calling that with my good friend Phil Lemke, and done a few football games solo, but this is the first time working with you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me and your guidance, and thank you for the opportunity
I didn't know I provided any guidance.
You have. But more than you know, Dwayne, more than you know.
Well, that's good. Well, Scott, we're getting ready to go here. The Wildcats taking on Roswell. Roswell comes in with a record of 4-1 on the season. Their lone loss to Hobbs, believe it or not, and a sound defeat. 46-7, I think. I'll look it up here in a minute. Other than that, they have not lost. And it's interesting. They took on Carlsbad last week and beat them soundly, 46-7, I believe, or 47-6, one of the two. And the Wildcats had a hard time with Carlsbad, but I know the score here tonight's not going to be 99-14.
Right.
A lot of times, as you know from coaching, Scott, you can't always look at the scores because a lot of times there's matchup issues. So kickoff is away. Roswell will kick off to the Cats, and it'll be dropped by Nora, and he's going to have to bring it out. Nope, it'll be a touchback. So lucky there. Nora did have a 100-yard kickoff return last week. So that was cool to watch. You don't see many of those. But,
I was lucky enough to be right down here in the reserve seats with some other friends watching the game. And
now I heard two stories. I heard some people said it was 99, and I heard others say, no, 1 foot was in the end zone, so it's 100.
Yeah, well, either way,
it's a long run.
It's impressive. I mean, R.J. Nora, seeing him not only on the football field but on the basketball floor, he's just an impressive athlete, and he's going to go far athletically no matter what he decides to do.
And he is a senior this year, correct?
Yes, sir, he is.
That's right. All right, Wildcats wearing gray tonight with purple helmets. Roswell solid white with red helmets, red numbers. And we got to find out who's playing quarterback. We heard that Jet Stone had cut his hand. And you're right, it is Cash Roberts tonight.
Yeah, Cash Roberts starts tonight at quarterback. And I'd heard last week, Dwayne, that even Jet Stone, as much as he's handled the ball this year at the quarterback position, he wasn't the original starting quarterback. I guess there's an athlete there on the sidelines that's been hurt since day one. And
so hadn't got in.
Correct.
So
he hadn't been in at all. So
Jet's basically
Jet
been
was
the backup.
Correct. Jet, and that was it. That's why I think Cash Roberts is running the ball right now over here to the near side of the field.
And he'll get the 5 yards back that the Wildcats lost on a motion penalty. So he'll get it out to the 20. So Roberts has been averaging, got about 22, 23 carries a game.
Yeah, that's running this offense that Andrew McCraw has set up. It's a heavy run offense, so he's going to get a lot of opportunities to run that ball tonight.
All right, Roberts will go shotgun, and that's different. Cats have been under center for the most part. One back set, two receivers to the right, Roberts and more flags, so more motion. So the Cats off to a tough start with, I'm sure that's going to go against the Cats. We'll see.
Yeah, it looks like a false start against the Cats. And probably just some nerves, kids playing in different positions that they haven't played yet. So you're going to have some learning curve issues early on here in the game.
We do want to welcome everybody along listening on 99.1. And, Scott, I want to let everybody know in Roswell, we're providing the feed to Roswell, 106.5, Talk FM, KEND in Roswell, and filling in for Art Sandoval and Kelly McDonald. So hopefully we'll get all the Roswell names right for you as well, and we'll try and give a even keel broadcast here for you tonight. As I didn't see who they gave that to, but it was no gain on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Nora in the backfield, but didn't
so
go
is Nora
anywhere.
the only back in there right now?
It looks like he is, yes,
so
sir.
Nora will get no yardage, and the Wildcats looking at a 3rd and 15 at their own 15. We're just underway, 10:55 to go here in the first quarter of play. The Wildcats moving right to left on your radio dial, and Scott and I set up right at the 50-yard line on the east side. This stadium runs north and south. And so the Wildcats trying to score towards the south goal. 0 wind here tonight. It's beautiful. And here comes pressure. And Roberts is in trouble, and he'll go down. And that is number 53, I believe, or 2. I think it's 52.
Yeah, it looked like 52. That's Vernon Molinar, a junior outside linebacker with the sack.
So Molinar will get a sack, and that'll be a loss of 10, and that will force the Wildcats to punt. Scott, I did look at Roswell's or schedule, I should say, and again coming in 4-1 on the season, and with the exception of Hobbs, they've just been kind of lighting people up.
Yeah, Jeff Lynn, the coach over on the Roswell side, we got a block punt out of the end zone.
Isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
So it'll be a block punt as the snap was low, and the Cats start off down 2-zip. And, Scott, the rule still they punt from the 20?
I believe so. It's going to be
we'll see as the punt is blocked. But now the upside to that is it went out of the back of the end zone.
Yes.
Because if Roswell had recovered it, it would have been 6.
Correct. And like I was saying before about Jeff Lynn, I know he's going to bring the pressure tonight against this Wildcat team.
Now, is this Jeff Lynn's first year at Roswell?
No, it's not his first year.
I'm
I'm not sure exactly how long he's been there, but this is not his first year, no.
And, of course, the people listening in Roswell would go, he's been there that long? Sorry, folks.
But, he had success at NIMI, and he had success, of course, at time at Eastern, and, just a great football mind, and he's going to have his kids ready to play as their schedule and the way they've lopsided some teams this year so far shows.
So 2-0 at the 9:55 mark in the first quarter of play. And that comes off a block punt. But that was one of the easiest block punts you're going to see in a while. Snap was low, took a while to get back, and already standing on the end line and really going out of the end zone was the best thing for the Cats, and they will kick off from the 20. And it looks like I need to get my spectacles out, see if I can pick up who the deep backs are. Scott's younger than me. He might be able to see it without it.
Well, I appreciate that, Dwayne. I think looks are deceiving on this part of that.
I can't get him to turn. I apologize. Looks like 6, but I wouldn't swear to it. All right, here's the kickoff. It's going to come to one of the up-backs at the 37. That's number 25. He'll take it out to the 40, makes a move at the 50 to the 45, and he'll go down at the Wildcat 42-yard line. So that will be a good start and a nice return. Let me see.
Jeremy Moriel.
20-yard return.
Yeah, good return for Jeremy Moriel, a junior cornerback. The Cats are just going to have to rely on some defense tonight. Offensively, it's going to take us a little bit to get into some rhythm, I think. Like I said, some kids playing out of position and just not used to their normal spots with some injuries.
A lot of other games going on for Zia Radio. We'll go over those in a moment. Number 8 is your quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes. He'll go into the shotgun. One back set, twins left, one receiver right. Pitch to number 22. Foot race and one by Roswell out to the 35. And that is a gain. Did he get a first down?
Doesn't look like it.
No, gain of 5 on the play. They're going to spot him at the 37-yard line. Oh, I'm looking at the time, not the yardage. And that was 25, correct?
Yes, 22, Bryce Sanchez.
22. So Sanchez on the run, and they'll throw near side, trying to hit number 20 for Roswell.
Manuel Segala, incomplete pass over here to the near side.
So one incompletion in one attempt. And the quarterback is number 8, correct?
Manny Fuentes, yes, sir. Manny Fuentes is junior quarterback.
So Fuentes will be in the shotgun. Again, it looks like Sanchez, the lone back, one receiver out to each side. Oh, big hole up the middle into the secondary quickly, all the way down to the Wildcat 25. And Sanchez quickly pops off 12 yards.
Yeah, we're going to have to slow him down if we want to have success tonight. It looks like they're just going to exploit those big holes in that defense. And you could have driven a truck through that hole right there, Dwayne.
Well, as James Pacheco used to say, I could have run through that one. I like the way you said it better, though. And here's broken coverage, and they're going to take off and run.
Fuentes with a nice little run there.
Yeah, nice run down. They're going to spot him at the 23. No, inside that, the 17, excuse me. That's a gain of 7. That's his first run on the afternoon. And Roswell, no huddle. Boy, they don't waste any time.
We'll hurry
From
up
the near hash, headed right to left. Going to hand off, and this time, nowhere to go. No gain on the play. Who did they say that was?
Said number 22, Samaj Satchel, senior defensive tackle.
Oh, on the tackle.
On the tackle, yes, sir.
Okay.
It was Sanchez on the run.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, man, I've got the wrong running back. There's only one. That didn't take me long. All right, Fuentes, keeper, thought about a pitch, and good call, and he's going to have a first down. And I believe, that'll be first down yardage down to 13, gain of 4 by Fuentes. So he'll have 11 yards on 2 carries on the night. And same set, very simple offense. One receiver to each side. Fuentes looks in zone, boy, wide open. And in for 6. That was way too easy. And let's see who they have on the score. Got to get him to turn. Apologize again. Bills can't see.
Great job by Roswell in that opening drive.
13 on the catch.
13. That is Josh Estrada, junior wide receiver.
That was a great play call, though.
It was.
Here comes the kick. It's low. Did it get through? It did. So kick is good, and 9-0 is your score. Roswell scoring 2 on defense, and their offense comes in and puts up 7. We'll take a 2-minute break, 8:01 to go here in the first quarter of play. Leon Williams Stadium, Dwayne Chase, along with Scott Shepard and Anna on the board. 9-0. Roswell back in 2 minutes.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company, but come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Pretty good-sized young men.
Okay. I'm looking at one right there, 76, it looks like. Remy Villa, 6-foot senior, about 225. So, yeah, that's
so my
big boy.
My calculations were correct.
You were correct.
My eyes did not fail
No,
me.
they did not deceive you that time. That's a big line.
So it'll be a loss of one with the Roberts run, and a one-back set, twins to the right. From the near hash, Cats again headed towards the south goal. Robert's going to keep it, try and get the edge, and Roswell strings that one out. And I believe he's going to lose two on the play back to the 17.
Yeah, just nothing there for Cash Roberts out there on the inside edge. It's kind of interesting to see that Roswell and Clovis are both kind of running the same type of offense, but Roswell's having a lot more success than we are right now.
Well, they seem to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like they had been able to stretch Wildcat defense just a little bit and open some holes in the middle.
Yeah, that looks exactly what's been going on.
Kind of stretch it out, but cut it back inside.
Right.
From the far hash, third and we'll call it 14 for the Wildcats. 9-0 your score. 6:36 to go here in the first. Roswell in the lead, and boy, they're not giving those receivers any room, are they?
Nope,
they are right up on them. Roberts back to throw. Is going to throw. Has Nora, and Nora will get out decent yardage. He'll take it out to the 23. That's good for 6 yards, but well short. It'll bring up a 4th and 7. And from their own 23, I don't think the Wildcats will chance it right here.
Yeah, let's hope we don't get another snap over the head like we did last time. But
now that was the first pass, correct?
It was for Clovis.
Roberts?
It was, yes. So 0 for 1 on passing attempts tonight.
So back to punt. Let's see if I can pick up who the punter is.
Merlin Bartell, number 71.
He's a new punter. I don't remember him punting before. And this one is high. It's off his foot and not going to go very far. He'll get a Wildcat bounce, but it'll go down to the 45, and Roswell will take over there. 5:35 to go in the first. 9-0 Roswell. Roswell in good shape field position-wise. And there's a penalty. Let's sit tight.
Looked like we had a little scrum going on over there on the Roswell sideline between a Clovis player and a Roswell kid. I don't know.
That's way across the field, too.
Yeah, it was way over there. I don't know.
So it should be unsportsmanlike on somebody.
It may be. Maybe it will be both sides. I'm not sure.
Yeah, could be. True. Good point. So the ball was down at the 37. Yeah, it's going to go against Clovis.
Both.
Unless they call it both ways.
He sure did. The white hat just called it both ways. So it's offsets and.
Will they kick again? Looks like they'll kick again.
Wow.
How about that?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought with an offsetting penalty, you would just leave it where it was. Leave it where it was, but maybe not.
So number 23 for Roswell, that is Isaac Loya, a 5'8 junior, will be the lone return man. He's set up at exactly the 50. Here comes pressure, and man, did they just get that away. Yeah. And it looks like all that activity, we're going to end up about 3-yard advantage for the Cats. Actually,
a little bit better shape.
A little bit better. It'll end up at the 49 of Roswell, so they'll start there. This will be their second offensive possession of the evening, and they have a 9-0 lead. A safety on the Cats' first possession. They're actually going to spot it exactly at the 50-yard line. So they'll start exactly at midfield. We have 5:19 to go here in the first. 9-0 Roswell. Fuentes will bring them up. One back set. Twins left from the near hash. Going to hand it off and breaking a tackle or two. I'm assuming that's Sanchez. It is Sanchez.
And he's just dragging defenders with him as he goes. That's a tough kid right there.
Takes it out to the 46. So will be gain of 4. Will be his third carry on the night. 21 yards already for Sanchez. So like you said, Scott just kind of lowers his head and runs over folks. Same formation for Roswell. Twins left, near hash. They're going to throw this time. Here comes pressure. Fuentes, watch out. He's got all kinds of time. He's going home run ball as a receiver. Jump ball at the end zone, and it's knocked away.
He looked like an NFL quarterback right there, the way he stepped up in that pocket.
Boy, he did. He
avoided the contact and was able to get a good pass off, but it was just incomplete in the end zone.
Kind of let everybody go by and stepped up and winged it. So 3rd and 6 coming up for Roswell off the incompletion. At the Wildcat 46, 4:39 to go here in the first. A 9-0 score in favor of Roswell. Twins left, one receiver right. Cats may have jumped. Here's the pitch. Going to get it to the outside. That's a new back. Yeah, he is quickly out to the 29. Who is that?
Oh, here we go with another flag again on that far side.
It's number 2.
Sebastian Mendoza.
That was a nice run by Mendoza. Got down to the 30.
Looks like it's going to be another unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I think they pushed somebody getting up off the pile. We'll see. The ball right now is at the 30-yard line of the Wildcats, so that was a 16-yard run. And they're discussing it. It's interesting how both those unsportsmanlike so far come on the far side. Yes. It is going to go against the Wildcats, unsportsmanlike. Uh-oh. What was that? Ooh, 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Is that going to be half the distance?
Could be. The White Hats come over to talk to Coach McCraw and let him know what's going on.
Can they chain those and go? They're going to put it down to the 6.
Wow.
So is that a spot foul?
Could
How's
be.
that work?
Well, that's a spot foul. That's way past where the spot was. But, I mean...
Well, you know what? They go back to the line of scrimmage. That's what it is, I guess. But Roswell will have 1st and goal at the Wildcat 6. They're going to do a quick pitch, and down is the end. No,
not quite.
Out at the 4. So a gain of 2 for Sanchez.
Those are costly penalties.
Yeah, oh, man, that's tough. Especially when you're at the point in the game, you're not out of it.
Right.
But the wheels can come off fairly quickly. That's the 3rd unsportsmanlike against the Wildcats. And that's 45 yards, if you're curious, in field position. Going to hand it off, and that's a new back because he is a big kid. See who we have there.
Here.
I'm trying to pick him up. He's the one headed to the sideline, right?
Yes.
60-something.
Just walked off the Red Sox.
69, I believe.
Boy, they're just really ripping the Wildcats right now with their run game and just powering it right up the middle. And it's going to be hard to stop.
They have a 69. Did I get that right? 67, maybe.
And I've got two
67s. I'm not sure. Wait a minute.
Cedillo or Navarez.
Yeah, we'll have to check with press box kick is good, so Roswell cashes in and started at their own 50. And, Scott, they didn't waste any time, less than a minute. How about 57 seconds?
That's impressive. It's just, and I don't know what the difference is. I know Clovis is having some growing pains right now with the new coach and a new system, and that's to be expected. But when you get out there and you're hitting, going mano in that line, we just gotta step up and push them around a little bit too.
All right, 4:22 left here in the first. 16-0 your score. The Roswell Coyotes in the lead over the Clovis Wildcats. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back.
Hell can really
the numbers
rain on
don't
your
lie.
parade
Crime
and
is up
ding
in
your
southeastern
car.
New Mexico.
All-Star
In 2021,
Dance Auto
Roswell
Hell
had
and
almost
Repair
40
Service is
crimes
second
per
to none,
1,000,
and can
including
repair
larceny,
fast with-
assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Xena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Xena Security Services today. 575-626-3521. 575-626-3521. If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Already picked it up about the 3-yard line and ran upfield. That's positive play Clovis has had so far tonight.
And typically it's Nora that's involved in those.
It is.
Kind of amazing how that works, right? We'll try and find out for everyone who got the touchdown run for Roswell. I'm pretty sure it was 60-somebody, but we'll have to narrow down who that is. All right, here come the Cats. Cash Roberts again is your quarterback tonight for the Cats. Jet Stone, I understand, got a cut on his hand, so not able to play tonight. Everybody bunched up on this one. Going to hand it off, and oh boy, nowhere to go. Boy, Roswell really, they had 9 in the box.
Yeah, it looked like
Got
it.
probably.
And they're just reading it really well, the direction of the run, and just really nowhere to go for R.J. Nora on that run.
So it'll bring up a second, and we'll call it 13 at the Wildcat 31. And, boy, what a beautiful night, military appreciation night, and a nice flyover by C-130J.
That was great.
That was cool.
Thank you to all of our service people out there that are listening. We appreciate your service, and God bless you and your families.
Well put. All right, second down for the Cats. Going to give it to Nora again. He'll have a little bit of a hold hit, but not much to work his way out to the 32. A gain of 2 for Nora. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 12. The other thing you get into, Scott, though, when the offense is unable to keep possession of the ball for a little bit, is your defense just gets worn down.
They sure do.
And it doesn't matter what team it is. Mm-hmm. Nobody, that happens in the pros. If an offense doesn't get some first downs and keep the defense off the field, they get run down.
They do. Yeah, you can only keep them out there for so long, especially as hard as these kids play these days. They wear down pretty quick.
All right, Roberts in the shotgun, one back set, one receiver to the right. Snap gets away. Roberts will go pick it up. He's going to try and get a little yardage back, but he'll get knocked out at the 19, and that's going to be a loss of 13 on the play, and that's a really tough break for the Cats.
Yeah, number 54 for Roswell, Damian Quezada with the big hit on Cash Roberts out of bounds there. Just a lot of mental errors right now for the Clovis Wildcats. It just seems like they're just having a hard time getting going. Of course, like we said, kids are having to play different positions tonight.
Right, a little bit of frustration.
A little bit of frustration. Yeah.
The
penalties, silly penalties. Fouls, yeah, that's got to be what it is.
Snap is back, kick is away. It's a good one. fielded on the fly. Boy, that's risky.
Dangerous.
But makes the catch, and that's number 23 for Roswell. And again, that is Loya. But he did catch it, and he'll take things over for Roswell at their 41-yard line of the Cats. So third possession, Scott, for Roswell, and they've got a short porch.
They have.
They started at the 42 of the Clovis Wildcats, the 50, which technically is on neither side, and now they're starting at 41 at the 152 mark in the first, already leading at 16-0.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. They've scored on every possession as well.
Going to be Fuentes on the keeper, and this time he'll be bottled up. Great job staying with Fuentes because he's elusive, and we'll say no gain on the play.
Number 5, Cam Dixon for the Wildcats, the one that brought him down. It was a good stop in the backfield for Clovis, a positive defensive play.
Yeah, because he had a little bit of room around that edge if he could have gotten there. Again, Roswell, solid white, red helmets, and snaps it back to Fuentes. He looks to pass, has a man. Catch is made, but he'll fall on his behind. We'll say it that way. Out at the 37 and a gain of 4.
Giovanni Apodaca, junior cornerback, with the catch.
That'll be his first, and I show 2 of 2 on the night for Fuentes for 17 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 6, maybe a throwing down. Nope, they're going to run. Pitch, oh boy. A lot of room to the edge. This will be a first down and a little bit more, as it will be Sanchez. He'll take it out to the 30, and that'll be 1st and 10 for Roswell. The Coyotes with a gain of 7 for Sanchez. So 6 carries on the night, 30 yards for Sanchez of Roswell.
Here we go with the hurry-up offense again.
They don't take any time at all. Twins to the right from the far hash. Fuentes, a little bit of pressure going. Home run ball. Oh, boy. There's a guy all alone and can't quite get to it. And a great effort in the end zone on the dive is number 13 for Roswell, and that is Estrada. Man, he was within, 6 inches of reeling that one in?
That was a great throw by Fuentes, almost even greater catch. Right over his shoulder, he just put his fingertips out, just couldn't bring it in. But, I mean, what a great job by Estrada to get away from the Wildcat defenders and be that wide open.
And also in the air, what do you say, 42, 43 yards?
Yeah.
So a pretty long throw by Fuentes. He'll bring him out now. One receiver out to the right, everybody else up. Shotgun formation. Lone back that's number 1 again.
Number 1.
2, I mean. That's
Sebastian Mendoza.
Mendoza will take it out to the 27. He'll get 3 on the play. So that's Mendoza's second carry on the night. 19 yards for him. And probably one more play here in the first quarter. If one more. I don't know if he'll get it off. I don't think he will. Well, maybe. Nah, they're not going to snap it, are they? They are not.
No, Fuentes is walking off.
Walking off. That'll do it. 1 quarter in the books. Roswell Coyotes lead the Clovis Wildcats 16-0. We'll head to quarter number 2. We'll take a 2-minute break from Leon Williams Stadium. Listening to Wildcat football on 99.1 KCLV, 99.9 KTQM, and 106.5 in Roswell. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Experience the convenience.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Sales. Big O Sales.
Count on Big O Tires for great service and even better deals. Now through October 9th, save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Nexen, Pirelli, Nitto, and Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Bob Reed Pest Control has been providing pest management services for over 50 years and continues to set high standards for their customers. Protect your home, family, and pets from destructive, poisonous, and disease-carrying pests. All of Bob Reed Pest Control's licensed technicians are continuously trained and knowledgeable in the latest pest management practices, offering effective treatment plans for any situation. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today, 575-623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
A little bubble pass or slant pass or something like that. But
down to the 24, so it was good for 3. They're going on 4th and 6, and they're not going to get it. Now, good job by the Wildcat defense, so it'll be over on downs. So a stop for the Wildcat defense. First time they've stopped the Roswell offense tonight.
Yeah, and that's positive. We got to keep getting more of those if we want to stay in this game. Great job by the Wildcat defense to make a stand.
So the Wildcats will take it over on downs as we are just underway. And I mean, literally, that was the second play of the second quarter. So the Cats will start at their own 22. And that's kind of been where they've been starting things off, Scott. The 20, the 33, and now the 22.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get past that 50 and start a new trend.
Yeah, this so far it's been a field position game in favor of Roswell, for sure. So under center, new formation, and oh boy, that one was read well by the linebacker. I didn't pick up who it was. So Roberts, I don't think Roberts was a quarterback.
No, Roberts carried the ball on that one. I can't see who that is that's calling the plays.
2 back to the 20. Yeah, we've got a new quarterback. Because Roberts, as you mentioned, on that one, ran out of that flex bone, they call it. So let's see if we can pick up who the quarterback is.
We're back under center for Clovis instead of in that shotgun look.
I think they're going to call timeout, trying to pick up who the quarterback is.
Yeah, it's a single.
Sure.
It's one of our single-digit players there, Dwayne. I can't tell. It's not Nora. Nora was in his normal spot.
I would bet it would be Weiss. If I had to bet.
Brian Weiss. Yeah, and you may be right.
But we'll wait and see. So we'll keep it right here, Scott. Talk a little bit.
Yeah,
on this break.
Great, like you said, great night here, Military Appreciation Night. Glad to honor our servicemen and women for everything that they do for our country and keeping us free. And to be able to bring games like this on a Friday night, here under the lights, it's a special atmosphere. No matter what Clovis is going through, whether it's a good time or a bad time, it's always a special night to be here at Leon Williams and you'll see these young men that I've had the pleasure of coaching in other sports as well as teaching in the classroom over the years, and seeing them grow up into fine young men and excel in the football field.
Yeah, in spite of what a lot of people think, this is just the beginning for a lot of them.
It really is.
Very few will move on and play college, anything, so this is a kind of unique time for them. Roswell, let's see if I had time here. I had their schedule. Again, 4-1 on the season, and up here 16-0. And the Cats will be looking at 2nd and 12. We're still trying to figure out who the quarterback is.
Roberts is there in the backfield. I don't know if that's a sign that he's back under center or not.
Yeah, I can't see the right guard as me blocked. Really, when you broadcast a football game, you ought to be in one of the end zones.
Yes. That'd be ideal, absolutely.
Number 7 is the QB.
7 Chapman, sophomore. It's a name that haven't called much of this year.
I don't think I've mentioned it this year. So Chapman, what's his first name?
7.
7.
Number 7 is...
It's 7. I thought you were saying his number.
No, that's what it says here at Max Preps anyways. I don't know if that's a misprint or...
Oh, how funny. Well, I've got another roster here we can look at.
How interesting is that?
From the Booster Club, yeah. That's what number do you want to be? Well,
yeah.
7. So, again, they hand it off.
Roberts
go to
carry
Roberts.
again.
Yeah, he gets... Yeah, they're going to give him a yard out to the 21. 7th carry on the night and minus 22 for Roberts. But you got to remember, for a quarterback, if they get sacked, that comes off their rushing yardage, correct?
Yes, I believe you're right.
Which is kind of not fair, in a way.
Like Chapman's back under center this time.
So Chapman with a dangerous pitch, but gets it quickly out on the edge, and a little bit of running room.
R.J. Nora run
out to the 25. So gain of 4 for Nora on the pitch. That was a scary pitch.
It was, and brings up another 4th down. A little bit too dangerous to go for. So Bartell's going to be back there in the backfield. Looks like they're going to try to punt again.
Yeah, right now they haven't been able to flip the field, if you will.
Just nothing going our direction.
Number 13, I believe. No, 23. We'll go back for Roswell.
Isaac Moya again.
Moya is active, isn't he?
He sure is. And that punt just went, it's kind of the same as the other ones have, Dwayne. Just kind of off the side of his foot, a high kick in the air, and really didn't get a whole lot of distance.
So the punt is away, and it'll go wobbling, if you will, to the Roswell 49. We have 9:44 to go here in the second quarter of play. Roswell in the lead, 16-0 in this one. Wildcats got to stop on the last one, and again, a short porch for Roswell. They started at the Clovis 42, midfield at the 50, Clovis 41, and this time at their own 49. So it'll be Fuente's shotgun. He's going to pitch and trying to get to the edge and just lowering his head. And really, that one was all Sanchez down to the Wildcat 48, a gain of 3.
Yeah, great run. That kid just puts his head down, like you said, and goes through to the outside and runs over whoever's in his way, and is gaining a lot of positive yards.
So 2nd and 7. Roswell now headed towards the south end zone. 0 wind here, so it doesn't really matter. And there's another nice hole left side. Sanchez again. I think he's going to be about a foot shy down to the 42.
Marked him about a yard short.
6. Yep, yard short. See, my eyes still work well, Scott.
You're doing great.
Doesn't matter
Better
how
than mine
old
are.
I am. I tease it's the only thing left on me that works. Under center this time. Going to give it to the deep back, and I don't think that's Sanchez, is it?
I don't think it was either.
Down to the 36.
Got the yard he needed and then some.
Good for 6. I'm going to think that's Mendoza again.
Yeah, that was,
no, Apodaca.
Yes, the number 30, Giovanni Apodaca.
Okay, and I missed that play.
It was number 2, Sebastian Mendoza. Run.
That was just a straight run.
Yeah,
no
it
gain,
was.
Right?
Yep, no gain.
And Apodaca, he had 6 yards on this play. Sorry, catching up with my officially unofficial stats. 8:13 left here, and again, going to give it off to Sanchez on that one. He'll go down to the 33-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. And right now, Roswell just playing some grinded-out football.
Yeah, they really are, and they're doing a good job against that front 4 of the Wildcats. Just finding holes and running right through them.
Twins right, 1 receiver left from the near hash, headed towards the south end zone. Back to throw, and everybody stops, so it's going to be a motion penalty against Roswell. And you know what, Scott? I think that's Roswell's first penalty.
Now
I could be wrong.
Outside of that early unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which was not a...
the offsetting thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
But, yeah, you're right. Outside of that, they've played a pretty mistake-free ball game so far here in this first half.
Probably a passing down here at 3rd and 12. 7:37 to go before the half. We'll have some scores from around the area for you at halftime. A lot of games going on tonight. For Zia Radio, 4 games going on. Twins right, Twins left, and Fuentes looks. He's going home run ball. He saw a receiver, and both of them went for the ball. So no pass interference and no catch down at the 3-yard line.
Almost picked off by the Wildcats, which has been a really positive play for our defensive side, maybe giving a boost in that morale down there on that sideline.
Boy, Fuentes is really good about, if the pocket is collapsing, squirting through and finding the lane to throw in.
Yeah, and he's got a nice arm, too. He has no problem throwing at the length of the field where he's at.
So Roswell will look at a 4th and 12. Looks like they're going to go for it, but there's no reason to kick here.
Right.
If you kick it into the end zone, you're going to have a net gain of 17. So they'll send trips right, 2 receivers left, empty backfield. Fuentes looking. He's going home run ball again. He's got a man down there, and that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
As that was really, if you're going to have a pass interference, that's a good one.
I agree.
Because
yeah.
that was 6.
Yeah, Clovis defender just didn't get his head turned around and just wasn't paying attention to the ball, and probably got beat a little bit on the route and just did what a lot of young players do.
They're going to get now, if I recall, of course, this will be 15, so it will be a first down. But I think a new rule is if you don't have the yardage off the pass interference, it's not an automatic first down in high school. I think that's right. Where's Dave Brasenio when I need him?
Call for that penalty was number 15, Josh Mondragon, who's been really a great defender for us
really
so far
is,
this year.
Saved Clovis many times.
Yes.
But that time just got beat a little bit. But really, you're putting Roswell at the 23, and it would have been a touchdown. So kind of gives you a second chance as off to the right side and turning it up at the hash down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 6 goes Sanchez. Sanchez, 10th carry of the night for 48 yards. We're 6:56 to go in the second. Roswell now from the far hash where they waste no time. One back set, shotgun, going to hand it off, and this is number 2.
Mendoza again.
So Mendoza will go to the 15. He'll get 2 on the play. His 3rd carry of the night, 21 yards. And 3rd and 3, but obviously 4-down territory here for the Roswell Coyotes. One receiver out far to the left from the far hash. And Fuentes shotgun. Pulls up, looks to the sideline for the play call. Going to get it, pitch, going the short side, and they'll have the first down and a couple more.
Yeah, Mendoza on that run again. He's just a speedy kid. He's really hitting that outside and getting another burst of speed. And here we go again with some hurry-up offense by the Coyotes.
They're at the 12-yard line. So gain of 3. And 1st and 10. They can actually get a first down. And, there's a broken coverage. Any flags anywhere?
I don't see any.
They don't seem to be celebrating a lot. Everybody's kind of standing around, maybe because he was so wide open. I don't know. Did they signal a touchdown somewhere?
I haven't seen one, but I haven't.
Yeah, I think there's a flag somewhere.
Okay,
they're not celebrating
I'm not
a lot.
seeing it.
Somebody's not as excited as they should be. So something happened. You know what? Did they snap it and
may not have had the signal for play yet?
Yeah,
could have been.
Put it back at the 12.
Right.
I don't know. Did they take away the down? Wasn't that first down?
Yeah, it looks like. Is the second down on that marker over there?
That's
It looks
what
like
it says, yeah. I don't know. But Roswell's 2nd and 10 at the 12 again. They're going to pitch and come in near side, and a great tackle and no gain by number 15.
Yeah, Josh Mondragon.
Mondragon's like, you know what? I'm going to stop this deal.
He's going to make up for that pass interference call and keep Roswell from getting in the end zone.
So no gain on the play at the 12. Again, Roswell looking at 3rd and 10. They can actually get a first down without having to score. 5:31 left. Roswell up 16-0. Roswell defeated Lovington 69-29, first game of the season. Then Santa Fe 50-0. Fuentes looks, throws, kind of, you know who he reminded me of on that one? As they go down to the game of 6.
Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
A little sidearm action.
It did look exactly like it, didn't it?
It did.
Who did he complete that one to? Number 2?
Yes, sir, I believe so. Mendoza again.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it looked like a mini version of Mahomes. Totally exactly what that looked like. So 4th and we'll call it 5 from the Wildcats 6 for the Roswell Coyotes with 4:38 left in the second. Going to throw. There's the slant, and that one
like you got it
is good for 6. And, boy, nice. Again, a nice pattern here. Let's see if I can pick up the receiver on that one. It's going to be number 20 on the catch.
Manuel Segala, former wide receiver with the touchdown catch.
One thing that's kind of jumping out at me here, too, Scott, is really for Fuentes, he's mixing it up. He's already had 5 receivers in on the action. The kick is up and away and good. At the 4:32 mark, it is Roswell 23. Clovis Wildcats looking to get on the board. We will take a 2-minute break and be back.
Dr. Glenn
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back, Leon Williams Stadium, and for the kickoff, a nice kickoff and another nice return by Nora. They'll bring it out from the 5 out to the 39. The Wildcats will set up there, and Scott, they run a play, bring Cash Roberts near side, and he gets upended, and luckily no injury there, but kind of got upset a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. He's off on the sideline right now talking to Coach, and Coach is probably giving him a little bit of an earful about watching the attitude, and we don't need any more personal fouls for unnecessary roughness.
All right, Cats back with it. Quick pitch to Nora, and Nora will get 2. We'll give him yardage out to the 41. Actually, we'll give him 3 on the play.
It's interesting to see Seven Chapman again under center. I wonder if that's something that just came at the spur of the moment, or if that's something that they worked on in practice this week.
Well, with Stone out, you would think they probably worked on it. Roberts is not been a quarterback this year. He's done a lot of the running back. Well, he's been their go-to running back. As I mentioned in the first quarter, 20 to 25 carries a game. But right now the Cats quickly looking at 3rd and 8 from the far hash, headed towards the north end zone with 3 minutes left here before the half. Roswell left 23-0. Throw out into the near side, catch made, and Nora will get a little bit of yardage out to the 42.
That was actually Brian Weiss.
Oh, that was Weiss.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I got in on the
6,
action.
Brian Weiss.
So that'll be his first catch, and good for, oh, man, he only got, I think, 1 on the play.
Right, and here we are again with another quick 4th down for the Wildcats. 4th and about 5 yards, 6 yards.
And they're going to go for it, aren't they?
Looks like it.
At their own 42. Well, they're talking about it. I don't know, because you still got 2:10 on the clock. They're letting the clock run.
Right. The play clock not going. I'm not sure.
I'm thinking they're probably going to punt. Yeah, they're switching out personnel or timeout taken. But I say timeout. There it is. There's the stop. Wildcats take a timeout. 23-0 your score. 1:57 to go here before halftime at Leon Williams Stadium. Dwayne Chase, Scott Shepard, and Anna on the board on 99.1, 99.9, and 106.5, I believe. I got that right, in Roswell. Back in 1 minute.
The Eastern New Mexico State Fair, a celebration of 100 years, is happening October 3rd through the 8th, and we want to see your arts and crafts creations. Turn-in dates for arts and crafts entries will be September 23rd and 24th from 9 to 6, and the 25th from 1 to 6. Baking entries are due October 1st from 9 until noon. Flower Show A turn-in times will be October 2nd from 8:30 to 11:30, and Flower Show B turn-in times are October 6th from 8:30 to 11:30. Log on to enmsf.com to download this year's fair book or call 575-623-9411. Ad paid for by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
They're going to run it, try and get the first down. Oh, man. Probably a really first down saving tackle as Nora got to the edge, but tripped up at the 40, fell forward to the 47, but 1:51 left, and that's too much time for these Roswell Coyotes, Scott.
Yeah, it really is, especially on our side of the field. You know, you don't want to see that. You want to get a little bit deeper, and you wonder if Nora could have pulled that off had the snap been a little bit higher, where he could have cleanly caught it and ran. But
if it was a called, fake,
right,
I don't know.
Right.
But there was basically a shoestring tackle that trips up
Saved
Nora. Yeah, it saved them. So they'll start at the 44 of the Wildcats, 1:51 left. There's a pass out in the flat to the far side, number 13, and breaks one tackle, and he'll take it down to the 35. That'll be a gain of 9 on the play.
Josh Estrada with a nice catch. And
we haven't heard out of Estrada in a while. That'll be his second catch, give him 21 yards on the night. Going aerial again and right in the wicket and drop down at the 30. And it's hard to pin those on the quarterback.
It really is. No excuse for that one. That hit him right in the numbers, and makes you wonder if he turned his head too quickly and thought about running for that end zone, or if he, just whatever reason, dropped the ball.
I tease about it a lot, but I really think they should have stats for the quarterback. If the guy can have a foot on the ground and reach it and drops it, there ought to be a stat that's against the receivers.
Give him a look, yeah.
And I mean at all levels. I'm not just, picking on this kid from Roswell.
Give the quarterback credit.
Yeah, that's right. Quarterback does everything you want. That's down to the 24. That's a nice run. How about 11 yards on that one?
Yeah.
Who did you say you ran that one?
number 20, I believe, was that one. Segala.
That's his first carry on the night.
That was also the first time Roswell's been under center tonight. Now they're back in their shotgun formation.
Empty backfield, going end zone. Here's the throw, and that's going to be pass interference now. I know they changed the rule on that. Used to, you had to turn around, but I think the problem was he put his hands up.
Yeah, put his hands up trying to defend and wasn't even trying to find the ball and fight for it. If they're both going for it equally, I think that's...
I guess the old term was face guarding.
Yes.
But anyway, they're going to tag again Mondragon on the pass interference. So that'll be,
pass interference call against the Wildcats.
Again, not an automatic first down, but with the yardage needed, it'll be a 15-yarder, so that will be enough for a first down. And I don't think it's going to set up first and goal. No, it will not. They're going to spot it at the 12. So 1 minute left, Roswell to the 12-yard line in this one. And empty backfield again. Vasquez under pressure. He's going to run out. A lot of pressure. He's going to keep it, turn it up, and he'll scamper out at the 3. And here's another. This is going to be another unsportsmanlike, I'm afraid. Wow. And they're going to call, they're going to say a clip down at the 12. What's bad for Roswell, that was way away from the play.
It really was. And what great run by Fuentes, great use of his legs to try to get him close to the end zone, but whoever that penalty was on is probably going to hear about it from his quarterback.
Yeah, totally unnecessary. So they'll move it back to the 22 and bring up a first, and we'll call it 20. So Roswell with 53 seconds left here, leading at 23-0 in the second. We'll look at second and 20. They can't get a first down at the 2. Fuentes, though, has trips right, 2 receivers left from the near hash, goes to throw, slides through again, and another Mahonish, is that the word?
Yes.
Throw. Is that a word?
That was great.
Yeah,
17. Yeah, I think you just coined that one, Dwayne. That's a good one. But it really was. He stepped over just like Mahomes did in his last game. He stepped across and was able to find somebody, and Roswell did the same thing. Fuentes is pretty good at anticipating that contact from the defense.
Yeah, he slides through a little gap, and then he gets out. Now, keep in mind, even if you're right-handed and you're rolling right, but you're throwing further to the right, that's not an easy throw.
It's not. It's hard,
I mean, if you're throwing in front of you or back behind you, that's one thing.
Right.
But the throw he just made, that was completely different. And the catch is made. They'll get about 5 on the play. I didn't see who made the catch. I want to say, I thought it was number 2, which is Mendoza
again.
I'm going to give him the credit for that one.
And that's probably...
And I could be wrong.
Got a timeout on the field right now.
Timeout. We'll stay right here. 41 seconds left before the half. Let's talk a little bit again, if we would, about Roswell's schedule. They defeated Santa Fe in their second game of the season, 50-0 in that one. Their only loss of the season was to Hobbs, 51-7. And Scott, interestingly enough, the Hobbs Eagles 5-0.
Yes, yeah, and that's not normal. If this was basketball season and we're talking Hobbs Eagles basketball 5-0, hey, I can believe that. But for the first time in as many years as I can remember, Hobbs is really rolling in the football category this year.
Yeah, they're lighting it up.
They really are.
I have to check who they're playing tonight. All right, 2nd and 15 for Roswell with 41 seconds to go. And Fuentes again avoids a sack. And he'll run out, and there's another flag. And we'll see as he'll go down to the 12. It'll be a gain of 5. They're going to wave it off. So no penalty on the play. Fuentes hasn't run in a while. He does a good job, though, of looking like he's going to take off and run, and then not. So
sure does.
Timeout taken, 3rd and 12. For Roswell at the Wildcat 14-yard line. 25 seconds left before the half. Roswell up 23-0. Dwayne Chase along with Scott Jumpert. Anna on the board on 99.1, 99.9 Clovis, and 106.5 in Roswell. Back in 1 minute.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
That 14-yard line is another timeout taken.
Yeah, it looks like it
is. All
the
right.
last one.
And our sponsors are loving it. We'll take another 1-minute break and be back. 23-0. Roswell in the lead over the Clovis Wildcats. 24 seconds left before halftime. Back in 1 minute.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Zena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Zena Security Services today, 575-626-3521, 575-626-3521.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Well, that's back, goes deep, jump ball. Is that a catch?
Yeah, looks like you got it that time.
That's a ball where they go for the jump ball, and was that number 2?
Yeah, sure was.
Goes again, and touchdown for Roswell, and I don't know what to say. That's just a heck of a catch by Mendoza.
Yeah, it sure was. That's the second time in a row they've run that exact same route, and finally this time they got it. The first one was incomplete, but they had some faith in it and went back to it, and this time it paid off.
So for Roswell, they had the ball at the Wildcat 46. Actually, their own 46, 151 to go, and with 17 seconds left, they cash in. The extra point is good, and the lead is 30-0 for the Coyotes with 17 seconds left. And we'll just keep it here, and because we're going to be headed to the half in just a moment. But let's see, for Roswell, after losing to Hobbs, they have gone on a 2-game win streak. They beat Clovis opponent, district opponent, Los Lunas, 35-23, and then last week they destroyed Carlsbad 47-6.
Yeah, that's a little discouraging because of the lack of success we had against Carlsbad. But going back to that Santa Fe game, Dwayne, like I said during the break, this may be a good measuring stick for us as we start moving into the district schedule as to
because they
how we
played
compete.
2 of the Wildcat district opponents.
Yep. Santa Fe and Los Lunas.
And even though the season hasn't gone the way the Cats would hope, you do get a fresh start at district play.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's like a brand new season all over again.
So 30-0 your score, 17 seconds left. And Scott, explain this kickoff formation.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen this.
I'll tell you, it's a little bit different, Dwayne. They've got your your normal formation is you got your 11 guys along the line, and Roswell's got 3 guys in 2 different formations lined up right behind each other.
It's kind of stacked up,
yeah,
if you will.
Almost like an I formation look in a stack, and that's interesting. I've never seen that before.
You think the idea behind that is they're staggered, and so you basically don't get everybody just in a straight line going up the field. They're, if you will, layered, so to speak.
Could very well be. When you teach the kickoff, you teach them to run their lanes, and it may be a situation where Coach Lynn's wanting them to run different lanes and kind of keep the receiving team off balance a little bit.
But as far as the depth, you got one guy up here, you got another guy 3 yards back, and another guy 3 yards back behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interesting.
It is interesting. I've said I've never seen that formation before.
So the Wildcats will get it at the 37, but pretty much time for one play with 14 seconds left. They're going to go aerial, and here comes trouble, and breaking 2 tackles and trying to throw it, but right as he got ready to get rid of it, gets hammered.
Yeah.
And that is good to see Cash Roberts back in there at quarterback, but he just had nobody to throw it to. That would be considered a coverage sack if Roberts hadn't gotten rid of it.
Yeah, I just really know where to go with it. The line broke down, coverage broke down. It just, really not a very good possession right there by the Wildcats.
So one more play with 5 seconds left in this one. And it's pretty much gone Roswell's way so far in the first half. Last play of the half. Here comes Roberts. Here comes pressure. He'll throw it up. And I believe it's picked off. Let's see, it will be.
Yeah,
but
sure
that
was.
will do it at the buzzer. So it will be halftime, 30-0, your score. The Roswell Coyotes in the lead over the Clovis Wildcats. We'll take a 4-minute break, and let's see if we get you some scores from around the area. And 4-minute break. We will be back.
And now let's catch up on
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Sales. Big O Sales.
Count on Big O Tires for great service and even better deals. Now through October 9th, save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Nexen, Pirelli, Nitto, and Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Bob Reed Pest Control has been providing pest management services for over 50 years and continues to set high standards for their customers. Protect your home, family, and pets from destructive, poisonous, and disease-carrying pests. All of Bob Reed Pest Control's licensed technicians are continuously trained and knowledgeable in the latest pest management practices, offering effective treatment plans for any situation. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today, 575-623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Hell can really...
The Eastern New Mexico State Fair, a celebration of 100 years, is happening October 3rd through the 8th, and we want to see your arts and crafts creations. Turn-in dates for arts and crafts entries will be September 23rd and 24th from 9 to 6, and the 25th from 1 to 6. Baking entries are due October 1st from 9 until noon. Flower Show A turn-in times will be October 2nd from 8:30 to 11:30, and Flower Show B turn-in times are October 6th from 8:30 to 11:30. Log on to ENMSF.com to download this year's fair book or call 575-623-9411. Ad paid for by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Tonight we're going to listen to one of the best high school bands, I think, in the nation. By far. And they're right here at Clovis High School. So halftime, only thing you don't get to do is enjoy the pageantry of everything. But right now they're going from the 5-yard line to the 5-yard line, and they go all the way across from east to west. The Clovis Wildcat Marching Band. Here we go.
Abigail guitars. Is your band ready? You may now take the field for your halftime performance.
The Clovis Wildcat Marching Band. Scott, one of the things I like to think of myself as a fairly descriptive play-by-play guy.
I would agree with that.
But this is one thing that happens that I can't describe. What the band does, the formations, all the people that do the flags and the twirling and the dancing and the props and, the ability of these kids to move around with all these instruments and play them while they're moving. I just think it's something you have to see.
It really
I don't know how you
is.
possibly describe what all they're doing.
Yeah, the hours upon hours of hard work these kids put in and year out, from getting up so early in the mornings during the summer times to contest season. It's just amazing.
What a dedication!
It really is. It's not only from the kids but from their parents to get them here and to keep them involved. So my hat's off to everyone involved with our band program. It just continues every year to excel and keep winning. Just an amazing sight to see, like you said, something you just have to experience with your eyes.
When I travel around the state, West Texas, covering different games, I really appreciate the Wildcat Band.
Oh, yeah.
Not to knock the other schools, but there's very few schools that have a band like the Clovis Band does. And tonight, Marshall, Gaddis, and Yucca are joining in as well. So the performance continues. But Scott, if you would, let's kind of recap the first half of play. And it started off rough for the Wildcats as they started off down at their 20, unable to get a first down. They snapped it. Snap was low, I believe. Kind of skipped a couple of times and unable to get it out of the end zone. It was blocked, but did go out of the back of the end zone, which is, it's not good, but giving up 2 versus 6, that's better. But they started off with the safety. They had to kick off from their 20. Roswell, excellent field position, and Roswell didn't take long to cash in and make it 9-0. And, that's tough for the Wildcats. You look up on the scoreboard and you're like, man, we're 3 minutes into this game and it's 9-0.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, gather and go, okay, we're in this thing. And Roswell has capitalized on that a little bit. And also, good teams take advantage of situations. And Roswell's had a short field to work with. Tonight, I have them starting at the Clovis 42, midfield, the Clovis 41, the 49, and their 46. And they have scored 4 times out of 5 from there. So basically, the worst field position they've had in this ball game is starting at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah. I think that's the tale of this game, and we said at the beginning of the broadcast that, Clovis is going through some growing pains right now, having a new coach and a new system, and Roswell's been together for a while. They Coach Lynn, I'm not sure exactly how many years he's been there at Roswell, but it shows their experience over ours, at least as playing with a continuous offense that they've had experience with running. And Clovis will get there. We've got tough kids year in and year out. That's one thing that I can say about this program. But I hope people can appreciate what our kids have done and the work they put in, even though the school board doesn't reflect that. We also mentioned that the district schedule is a whole new ball game.
It is, and the district, but kind of an odd district. This is my 17th season of play-by-play for Clovis schools, or via radio really. But if it wasn't for Clovis schools, we couldn't sit here. They kind of allow that, if you will. And I was involved way before that, at least, watching, a fan, spectator, whatever you want to call it. And I don't ever remember a district as weird as the district Clovis has this season.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
For football, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's different for basketball. Correct. Actually, Roswell will be a district opponent in every sport, I believe, except football.
Except for football, yeah, you're exactly right. And in fact, in every sport except for football, we're a 5A classification.
Right.
6A in football. And
but that happens because of 6 and 8 man, correct?
I believe so, yeah, because you add in those two other classifications, that's why it bumps it up.
Technically, I guess 6 man is 1A and 8 man is 2A.
Would be the 2A,
so
yeah.
It makes anybody that in basketball is like 2A.
Right.
They're 3A in football. It kind of bumps everybody up one. But if you're wondering what that district is, and it does start next week, Albuquerque High on the road. Then it will be Santa Fe at home, homecoming. Then it'll be Capitol at home. And then, as weird as it sounds, the final season regular play game, district, if you will, wraps up at Los Lunas. And so a district of 2 Santa Fe schools, an Albuquerque school, and Los Lunas.
Yeah, it's odd. I learned a long time ago, I've been coaching for a long time, that you can't. The NMAA does some funky stuff sometimes, and I'm sure they have a rhyme or reason to the way they group districts, but
in football, Hobbs and Carlsbad are joined with the Cruces schools.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
and I think there's 4 out of Cruces.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They dropped Mayfield though. Mayfield is down to 5A now.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, yeah,
okay.
Centennial is 6A, Cruces High 6A, and I want to say Oregon Mountain is 6A.
Gotcha.
So, and I don't know, but Alamogordo now is 5A. Gadsden, I think, is 5A. They might even be 4. But anyway, and New Mexico's a tough state, though.
It really is.
I kind of feel for the NMAA. They catch it a lot.
They do.
When you have a state that's so small with some of its populations,
yes,
and so spread out,
yes.
I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I mean, and the complaint is, schools, it costs so much money to travel. Well, everybody's having to travel, and so
they do.
It's just I think you're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head whenever you said we're just a spread out, smaller populated state.
I always tell people, if you ran it, what would you do? They go, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Just like everything else, it's easy to armchair quarterback what everybody else does, but when you're in that hot seat, man, you don't want to have that pressure.
Well, it's just like these kids, I tell people, and referees, coaches, you coach at Portales now, you coach here at Clovis.
Right.
A lot of people are experts at a lot of things that they've never done.
Yes.
And
that's exactly right.
I tell them, if you can't do what they're doing right now, if you couldn't leave your seat and go do exactly what they're doing, don't criticize them. Of course, you really shouldn't criticize them anyway, but they're going to. But I always feel like that is something that removes things when you go, did you do it?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
And, don't say anything.
And at the end of the day, you can't make everybody happy. Somebody in the end is going to be disappointed with a schedule or a district opponent or whatever the case is. So, somebody's always going to have something to complain about. So we might as well just deal with it, make the best of it.
I always teased. I don't know if you know Roger Jackson that runs softball.
Oh yes, yeah.
People, Roger this, Roger that. I said, Roger's perfect. He's done a fabulous job for decades.
He has.
And I said, if I were him, I couldn't put up with all the bull that,
right.
He has to deal with some really immature people that want to play softball.
Yeah.
And I said, if you don't have Roger doing it, who are you going to put in there? Because I said they're going to take over the league, ruin the league, and then nobody will get to play.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I am not a softball person by any means, but I do know just from reputation he has run some quality tournaments and just put on some really good things for not only Clovis but softball around the state and
he does.
tri-state area probably. I'm sure there's people that travel from far away to come play in his tournaments.
All right. Well, we've got just enough time to take another 2-minute break, and it is 30-0 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Not a football district opponent, but a district opponent in everything else. So that's kind of weird. But they'll put 3 minutes back on the clock as the teams have come out of the locker room. And again, we want to say great job, Clovis Wildcat Marching Band, along with the Wild Cadets and the cheerleaders. They had to split the pot. I should have won like $8,000, I think.
Oh, man, you got a whole pile of tickets over
got
there.
all kinds of tickets. I don't think I want to think. All right, we'll take a 2-minute break and be back for the start of the third quarter of play.
Sales. Big O Sales.
Count on Big O Tires for great service and even better deals. Now through October 9th, save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Nexen, Pirelli, Nitto, and Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Bob Reed Pest Control has been providing pest management services for over 50 years and continues to set high standards for their customers. Protect your home, family, and pets from destructive, poisonous, and disease-carrying pests. All of Bob Reed Pest Control's licensed technicians are continuously trained and knowledgeable in the latest pest management practices, offering effective treatment plans for any situation. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today, 575-623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Leon Williams Stadium, and I do want to thank Gene Dow, owner of Pecos Valley Broadcasting, I believe, down in Roswell, Artesia. You talk about a radio station that covers a lot of the area, that would be them. They cover a lot of sports down there, and they've done a great job for a long time. So it's nice. I felt honored when they called me and said, hey, Dwayne, would you provide us a feed And so we hope everybody in Roswell is enjoying the broadcast. I do want to inform you, both local listeners and in Roswell, that I call my stats officially unofficial, which means you would not submit these to a college or anything. They're my stats that I use for radio, and I probably miss a thing or two here along the way, but for the most part, Scott can attest, I'm pretty accurate.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard. I mean, I kept trying to keep basketball stats. It's until you've done it. I mean, it's easy to judge, but it's harder than it sounds.
well, you know, the hardest part is, even like tonight, Clovis is wearing gray. They've got purple numbers, the small white outline. The numbers are not distinctive at all,
right,
for the most part, and Roswell's numbers are not that distinctive either.
Kind of
Even
faded.
though they're on white, they kind of have a light, almost looks like, is it gold? Yes, it's silver. Yeah, it'd be silver, but the silver on the white, it doesn't show up a whole lot. So, I mean, they're viewable, but you know, we're pretty long ways off.
Yes.
Like I said, ideally in football, you probably would, you know, broadcast from the end zone.
Right.
That way you always got a number. Here's a little starburst for you, and Roswell executes it, still running. There's a flag way back, and normally that's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
And it is a little razzle-dazzle for Roswell. They'll bring it out to the 49, but this one will come back. I do believe flag thrown at the 33, and Scott, that was a little bit slow developing.
Yeah, it really was. Moriel had a great run for Roswell. I'm sure he's going to be frustrated with where this penalty's on, probably a block in the back or something along those lines. Well, actually, it's against called it against Clovis.
Oh, wow.
He pointed Clovis' direction.
Wow. So, yeah, he's explaining it.
Holding on the kicking team.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, they hold. That's weird.
Yeah.
So that's going to move Roswell into Wildcat territory because they did bring it out to the 49.
Mm-hmm.
I thought where they kind of got clustered up is where the flag was thrown.
Right. Yeah.
So I just figured it was a hold on Roswell, and then instead it's the other way around. So the field position woes continue for the Clovis Wildcats as we're 11:49 to go here in the third quarter of play, and Roswell's going to start. And I do have for the Wildcats, Scott, that is, I have them with 8 penalties, and 6 of them are 15-yarders.
Yeah,
so just do the math, and that has been very unfortunate for the Wildcats.
Just some frustration on their part.
Going to hand it off. Almost breaking that one down to the 32. Is that Sanchez?
It was 22. Bryce Sanchez again with the run.
And he will peel off on that one 9 yards. He had 11 carries for 48 yards in the first half of play. Now, obviously, the go-to guy, if you will. And they're going to hand it off here, and first down easily. Apodaca on that carry. And that'll be his second carry, I believe, of the night. Where are they going to spot this one at? The 25. Well, 27 yards on that one for Apodaca. I've got him with 2 carries for 13 yards. And Roswell, a little bit different formation. Here comes a handoff, and again, shoestring tackle, and down to the 9-yard line, 14-yard line, excuse me.
And another first down.
And 11 more yards for Sanchez on that 68 yards for him now on 13 carries. Roswell, again, no huddle, everybody up, 1 back set, 1 receiver to the right, I should say. Pitch coming near side, trying to get the edge, and does, and will be brought out. Who is that?
No, Christian Hernandez.
Yeah, we
on the
haven't
run.
called his name
We
yet.
have not.
Is he number 4?
Number 4, Christian Hernandez. There is a penalty flag on the play, Dwayne. I think this was coming back.
I thought I saw one on the edge.
Yeah,
Out
usually
there,
in the area of holding is where that one came from.
And Hernandez did get down to the about 6-yard line, but it is a hold. on Roswell. They threw it at the 14, which was the line of scrimmage, so they'll move them back, I believe, to the 24, and that is correct.
Hernandez was trying to bounce to the outside, and one of his linemen just got a little handsy and held on a little too long.
So can a running back get mad at a lineman when they do that?
Oh, I'm sure. You're killing my yards, man.
There goes a handoff and back down to the 16. Sanchez will get 8 quickly. Boy, he's just, they just keep bringing him, and it's wearing down the Wildcat defense.
Yeah. An old broadcaster used to call those stat sheet stuffers. He's definitely a stat sheet stuffer.
Adding up those numbers.
Yes.
Twins right for Roswell for Fuentes. He's going to hand it off, coming near side, getting to the edge, trying to get to the end zone. Oh, great cutback, and
he got it.
He's in.
Sure
he
did.
Is, boy. What a cutback by Hernandez, and he'll take it in from 16 yards out. And Roswell pretty much staying perfect. 4 of 5 scoring opportunities in the first half, and they score the first time they touch it here from 41 yards out. They do this in 6 plays. And 41 yards and 9:50 off the clock in this one. So they did this in exactly 1 minute and 59 seconds. Kick is up and looks to be good. I don't think they've missed an extra point.
They haven't. And Clovis just right now just really has no answer for that run game of Roswell, just pounding them, and really it's just that's the difference in this game right now. Not really having to go to the air so much, but when you have success running the ball, why throw it?
Extra point attempt by their kicker, who is number 8, and he's got what, 5 points tonight?
He does.
Yep. So 37-0 is your score, and the lead extends for Roswell. We'll take a 1-minute break, 9:50 to go here in the third. Roswell will kick it off when we come back. Wayne Chase along with Scott Shumpert on 99.1, 99.9 Clovis, and 106.5 in Roswell.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Welcome back to the Roswell. A little bit of a change up there, Scott, as they kind of do a little pooch kick. Does that have an actual name, whatever that is?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard people call it different things. I've heard it called squib kick or pooch kick or a short kickoff. I mean, I call it, I guess, whatever you want. But
I think you're conceding the deep kick and obviously the 100-yard run back.
Yeah.
And you kind of go, we'll give it to them around the 35.
Right.
So the Cats will start here at the 39 and going to pitch it coming near side, and that is Nora. He'll evade one tackle and then get hit by about 8 people. I think about all but one Roswell Coyote in on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 7 Chapman again on the center, and just trying to stretch the field towards here, the near side of the field. It's just not really working out very well for the Cats. They're just not getting a whole lot of blocking up front and anything to really open up a hole.
So 2nd and 8 for the Cats, and first time they touched the ball in the third, that's tough. You look up and you're down 7 more. 37-0 your score, 9:11 to go. And under center is Roberts. He's going to give it off to, who is that? And see who gets up here. Number 2? I can't tell. Where's he at? 21, 24.
24, that is Caleb Fogy.
Okay, he's a sophomore. He ran a couple of times. I want to say against who was it?
Eldorado.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. So he'll get a few here. What did he get? 3 on the play?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Out to the 44. So Fogey gets in on the act for the Wildcats. Everybody up except one receiver out wide. Cash Roberts. That's not Cash Roberts. Excuse me.
That's Chapman. Mm-hmm. Got a false start.
False start for the Cats. That hurts. So they'll back them up 5, 3rd and 10. We'll call it. For the Cats, clock ticking at the 8:07 mark. Farwell was ahead of Freona 21-0. I believe. Let me see if I can find those scores. Terry Chavez, nice enough to send me some. Kurt Cook listening in at Mountain Air. They're tied up at 14-14 with Elida, and 8:46 to go in the second. They had a weather delay down there. How about that?
Wow.
And Jeff Lynn took over as a coach in the 13-14 season.
Very good.
Kurt cooked those things. Thank you, Kurt.
Absolutely.
Chuck Minich listening in out of Orlando, Florida. Buddy of mine, my twin cousin. Gary Chase listening in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Eddie Carolyn listening in from Clovis, New Mexico. Eddie, thank you. Trying to see who else is listening in here tonight. All right, here we go. Cats are going to have to punt it away. Snap is back. It's a good one. Pressure, that's a good punt. All the way down to the 30 and should be no return. It'll be slapped down at the 27 and the best punt of the night. Right there, and that was Nora on the catch.
And he came up a little bit limping there. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's going to stay on the field.
Well, he kind of had that the very first game of the season.
Did he?
I think
Okay.
he's kind of battled that just a little bit.
Still nursing it. Yeah. He's going to stay out there, but he's noticeably limping. So.
And I'll tell you, the
Tough kid.
27 is the worst starting field position for Roswell on the night.
Wow.
And this is their 7th possession. So they've had a really short porch to work with for the lion's share of the evening. Short porch. Can you see that?
Short.
They're going home run ball, and they got a man and a
it.
catch. They could have let him a little more. And, again, that's number
Estrada.
13, Estrada. This one all the way down to the Wildcat 35. So that's a field flipper, if you will. Boy, I tell you what, that was nearly a 50-yard field flip, but it'll go for 38.
And had he stayed on his feet, he would have scored easily on that one.
You know, the smart thing he did, though, is he did secure the catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of times you'll see them try and turn it into more, and they don't even catch it. So Sanchez takes it down to the 33-yard line. He'll get 2 on the play. Sanchez now with 15 carries, 78 yards. And, you know, Roswell didn't stay on their side of the field very long.
No, they sure did not.
5:14 left. One receiver out wide left, and they're just handing it off up the middle. And, hey, Sanchez just a punishing runner.
It really
That's
is.
not Sanchez. That's Estrada or Apodaca.
Excuse me.
Apodaca. And what they're doing, they're getting fresh legs in there now.
Yeah, they're switching out the personnel pretty quick. And I'll tell you, though, Fuentes, it all starts with Fuentes. I mean, he's just such a threat, dual threat, both throwing it and running it. And
I think of all the teams we've played so far, I think he's probably the most dual threat that I've seen.
I totally agree.
So Sanchez takes it quickly to the 18, and that is a gain of 11. And Roswell right now is just starting to peel it off as the Wildcat defense, I think, is tanked, just out of gas. Now, been on the field for the lion's share of the game. Here's a wide sweep, breaking tackles, and it's going to be first and goal Roswell at the 3-yard line. And who was that on the carry?
Is that Apodaca again? Oh.
Tackle was Mondragon. I think it was Apodaca.
Yeah.
all the way down to the 3. He peels off a 15-yarder, his biggest run of the night. So 34 yards for him on 4 carries tonight. First and goal for Roswell, headed towards the north goal. Inside handoff down to the 2. I think that was Apodaca again, wasn't it?
I believe so. You're
Sanchez.
You're exactly right about our defense right now. I think we're trying to shuffle personnel in and out, and you just see the kids run off the field, and they're gassed. They're having a hard time getting off in time.
Fuente is going to hand it off, and just walking in, lowering his shoulder, will go Sanchez, so he'll go in from 2 yards out, and Roswell didn't waste any time on that one. 3:12 left, 2 minutes and 50 seconds for Roswell on that drive that started at their own 27-yard line, and they've been just about perfect. And their scoring kind of matches the scores you see on the night, and that one I think is no good.
Yeah.
Will hit the post and got good pressure around from the near side. So extra point no good, but 43-0 is your score. Roswell in the lead, 3:12 left here in the third. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
73 yards on that one for Roswell. 7 plays, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It is Fuente's third touchdown of the night, and this time they elect to kick it away. Benora, he'll pick it up at the 6, comes into the middle of the field, and he'll be stacked up there out to the 29-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will start. What, let me see, is their 7th possession of the night, and they have started at their own 20 twice. They're 33, 22, 39, 37, and 29.
And I bet our net yards are not very positive on this end. But
no, Roberts, I have 8 carries for minus 21 yards. Nora has 5 carries for 10, and Fogarty 1 carry for 3.
Yeah.
So Roswell defense has really kept the running game of the Wildcats bottled up. And for the most part, though, Scott, they got at least 7 in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of daring you to go over the top.
Yes. Delay of game now on Clovis.
That'll back the Cats up a little bit. We're going to start at 29 and move them back to 24. And exactly 2 minutes left here in the third. Up next for the Wildcats, headed to Albuquerque. Take on Albuquerque High, and it will be the district opener. Inside handoff. Didn't see who they gave that to. Is it Nora?
Was it Nora? I believe it was Nora. Chapman back under center.
So Nora will get 1 on the play. So for Nora, his 6th carry on the night, 11 yards. And they'll bring him out second, and we'll call it 13. 1 receiver way out to the near side. Chapman again, the sophomore quarterback for the Wildcats. Here's the quick pitch coming near side, a little bit of room. But again, great job by the Roswell defense to stretch that one out.
Josh Mondragon on the carry.
First carry of the night, yeah.
been a defensive stud so far this season for the Wildcats, but haven't heard him a whole lot on offense.
Nope, that'll be his first carry. He'll bring it out to the 30. So he did get 5 on the play. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats at their own 30, trailing 43-0. 40 seconds left here in the third. Chapman back, going to throw, goes deep, and
underthrown.
Yep, that was really not headed to anybody. And probably good he underthrew it because the Roswell defender was definitely in between the ball and the receiver.
Yeah, it looked like Nora for sure was covered pretty well, and that ball fell incomplete, luckily for the Wildcats.
So it'll be 4th down for the Cats. We got a timeout?
No, we've got a running clock, I believe, since we're, 35?
Well, that's exactly right. I forgot about that. I thought this quarter went really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the
running clock situation.
Yeah, and if Roswell were to score again and have a successful extra point, it would be the 50-point mercy rule. So 4th quarter in the books. Roswell has scored here in the third. Running clock is in effect, and we will head to the 4th quarter. It's been all Roswell tonight. 43-0. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Welcome back. Leon Williams Stadium. Wildcats will punt it away. They faked on this one last time, but nobody back for Roswell. So they'll just let it bounce, and a good punt by Nora. It'll go down to the 32-yard line, and that's where Roswell will take over on this possession as we are into the 4th quarter. And, folks, let me tell you, when you have the running clock, it goes pretty quick. Almost like the clock on your wall. Want to give a shout-out to Casey Messick and Terry Chavez. They were broadcasting the Farwell-Friona game. Farwell 30-6 over Friona. So Farwell goes to, I think that's 5-0 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. So good season for Coach Darren Kelly, former coach here at Clovis, having a good year. Roswell back with the ball and nowhere to go on this one.
Cordova with a nice tackle there in the backfield.
Yeah, a loss on the play.
Yeah, great defensive stop.
Yeah, so that's the first loss in the backfield on the night. So Roswell will look at a 2nd and 14. Have they still got Fuentes in there?
Yeah, Fuentes is still under center quarterback.
If we've got any different backs in there, can't tell. Yep, same. They're going to pitch it near side, cutting it up, taking it back to the 30. So they'll get that back. Hernandez with, that's actually, I think, his 2nd carry with a little yardage. He'll get 2 on the play. He had a nice run earlier that got called back.
Clovis making a little bit of a defensive stand here late in the ball game.
3rd and 12. So if they can stop Roswell here, they'll at least get Roswell off the field, as Roswell has peeled off, let me see, 4 consecutive touchdowns in the game. And, oh, my goodness, this is crazy. And this should be 6 for Roswell. Yeah, nobody's going to catch whoever that is. Oh, I say that.
Yeah.
And he looked back, and Nora gets him.
Nora got him.
Great.
Now, there is a flag down here on the field offensively. I believe it's going to be against Roswell.
Oh, which will bring all this back.
Yeah, so that was all for naught.
What a stop and go by Fuentes.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Threw it from the 25, caught a receiver at the 40, and kind of got lackadaisical. Thought he was going to walk in.
Yep.
And Nora caught
him.
But it's all for naught. There's a hold. So everybody coming back. But still, boy, what an athletic play by Fuentes. Number one, to get away from trouble, and then to stop on a dime, turn, and throw a dart 40 yards downfield.
And what a great job by Nora. You know, it's easy to slack off at this point. At this point of the game, who cares? But Nora busted down the field and stopped him. So
got him at the 3.
Right. Good on him for stepping up and still playing hard regardless of what's on the scoreboard.
So Roswell will go all the way back to their 16 after the hold. So negate what it would have been, a 74-yard play?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. 9:16 left, 43-0. Roswell in the lead. Going to hand it off, and it'll be this will be 4th and 20 as Apodaca on the carry. He'll get it out to the 20. So gain of 4 on the play for him. 34 yards.
And a great stop by Clovis defensively. That's probably their first stop of the night.
Their second
stop of the night.
Well, let me see. How did Roswell not score? Trying to think. Yeah, over on downs. So it'll be their second stop. They got a over on downs on the 3rd possession of Roswell, and that was late in the 1st. But nice to get a stop here for the Cats, and if nothing else, a little bit of pride to go, hey, we stopped right. And beautiful punt comes up around the lights and going to go all the way down to the Wildcat 39-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will start. But the running clock, this will be going quick, 8:12 to go. Here in the 4th, we'll take a 1-minute break and be back.
Thank you, Clovis and surrounding area, for voting Quick Lube of Clovis.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Xena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Xena Security Services today, 575-626-3521. 575-626-3521.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
And 6-5. And let me see, 2nd down. Scott, I missed one play.
Yeah, it was a handoff to Weiss, and he ended up fumbling the ball. That's why they've got some negative yardage on
It
there.
had to fall on it. Yep.
Yeah, he fell on it.
And I believe that's his first carry of the night, right?
I know we called his name, but I don't know if that's his what it was for. It was earlier on.
I think we thought he was quarterbacking, or possibly
could have
was.
been. Could have
And
been.
it was Chapman.
Chapman.
Yeah, wow. They're creating new English words here on the fly. Again, district play begins for the Wildcats next Friday night in Albuquerque against the Bulldogs. And my scout, Birdie, in Albuquerque tells me the stud running back for Albuquerque High mysteriously ended up at La Cueva this year.
Wow.
But the rumor is there is a replacement stud running back at Albuquerque High.
So
I don't know how true that is or is not, but I guess we'll find out Friday night.
They just reloaded.
They reloaded. Yes, they did. Chapman back's going to throw it up, trying to get it to Nora. And Nora, he's frustrated, but that was good defense by Roswell.
Yeah, it really was. Just kind of an underthrown ball by Chapman. He just really didn't have a whole lot of arm strength behind it to get it to where Nora was running.
So it'll be incomplete, 3rd and 12 for the Cats. And the ball sits at the 42-yard line, their own 42-yard line. 6 minutes to go. Again, we have the running clock at 35-plus point advantage. The Wildcats under center will go Chapman, the sophomore quarterback. Quick pitch to Nora, trying to get the edge, and just simply nowhere to go. Nora will lose one on the play. Back to the 41. And again, good job. Roswell basically stacking the box.
They are.
Just hot and just daring them to run, and they're doing it. They've got good speed, edge to edge, and they've kept the Wildcats from getting to the corner.
They have. Just not letting Clovis string the ball out like they want to from side to side. They're really just shutting that down, not giving us any lanes to run.
So 4th down, and we'll call it 13 from the 41-yard line. We're down to 5:20 to go. Cats look like they're going to go for it on 4th and 14, and they will. Chapman back, looks to throw, and this one way over the top of everybody, including Roswell, and it'll go incomplete. So the Cats will turn it over on downs. Roswell will get it at the Wildcats' 41-yard line. And, again, I don't mean to sound redundant, but a short porch for Roswell. They've actually started on the Clovis side of the field 4 of their 9 possessions.
Wow, that's impressive. I think that says a lot, not only about the kids, but about their coaching staff. And, Jeff Lynn's really got these kids playing hard, and, hats off to them. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And it's hard, when your defense stays out as long as Clovis has had to.
Oh, absolutely.
And having to defend a short field.
Yep.
Doesn't make it easy. Fuentes will go back under center. One back sat, going to hand it to the up back, and no gain on the play. Well, 1. Falling forward to the 40, we'll say. New carrier, Garcia.
Javier Garcia.
His first carry of the night. Probably see some other kids in the game for Roswell at this point, as we're 4:30. They're not going to be in any hurry. They're going to run most of the clock down. Not trying to run the score up. But, these kids that haven't gotten to play, they want to do their part, and they'll try that. That's Hernandez on the carry. He'll come out to the 36. Or down to the 36, I should say. So 4 yards for him. So 2 carries, 6 yards on the night, and the clock under 4 minutes. 43-0. Roswell off to a good start, getting a safety on the first Wildcat possession, and offensively they scored the next 2 times they touched the ball.
Yeah, just a great, complete game by Roswell tonight on both sides of the ball.
Here's Hernandez. He'll get the edge and more. See if he stepped out around the 20. I think he stepped out at the 23, but not until he peeled off 13 yards on the play. And Scott, again, a really well-designed play there by Roswell.
Mm-hmm. Really was. He caught that edge out there on the outside and was able to break it upfield. Good blocking downfield by his receivers, and just a tribute again to how well Roswell plays together as a team.
So they'll have first down at the Wildcat 23. 3 minutes left. 43-0 in this one. And Fuentes will go under center. Going to hand it to the second back through. Uh-oh, watch out. This is 1 point away from being ball game. Has taken it.
Great run by Hernandez that time again to find the end zone.
Hernandez takes it in from 23 yards out. And that was like Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll have 42 yards now on 4 carries. So just like that, Scott, 10 yards a carry. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. And this could be your ball game right here, folks, if Fuentes makes this extra point.
So here will come the kick. Snap is low. Kick. Does it get through? No.
Didn't get it. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Well, a little bit more opportunity for Clovis to improve offensively.
Yeah, get a few more offensive plays in.
Maybe break one loose. You never know what's going to happen. Keep playing hard, regardless of what it says on that board. Just keep going at it.
So PAT no good. 49-0 your score for Roswell, and that was a 4-play drive. They take it 41 yards, and they do that in exactly 1 minute 45 seconds. And I shouldn't say take a commanding lead. They've had a commanding lead.
They have.
And we have 2:54 left. We'll take a 1 minute break and be back.
Napa Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I know you've heard me say that you can trust Trustmark, but I want you to know what that looks like in real life. A few years ago, we installed a beautiful new roof for an older woman who was recently widowed. She was an artist, and colors were really important to her. So when she said she didn't like the color of a brand new roof, we took that seriously. She had picked the color and signed off on it, but I just kept thinking, if she's going to walk into her house every day and be disappointed, then we're just going to redo it. So we did. We ripped that beautiful new roof off and replaced it with a slightly different color, and she was thrilled. Yes, it cost us quite a bit of money to make her happy, but I want you to know you can trust Trustmark to make it exactly right every time. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Welcome back. Kickoff is away. The Wildcats will get it and bring it out to
31.
Where's my guy?
30. Right at the 30.
Right at the 30. Is that Nora again?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Utility for the Wildcats. And most likely with the running clock, this will be the last possession for the Wildcats. And Scott, I'm not sure the Roswell defense, if my stat keeping is not good enough, I'm not sure they've made it across the Roswell side of the field tonight.
Yeah, they may
One
not
time
have.
they did, yep. I remember now as soon as I said that.
Hasn't been very many, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, they just had a lot of tough yards up front.
Bogey again on the carry.
He's a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. I think he'll get one on the carry. Yep, we'll give him one out to the 31-yard line. And clock does not stop, except for timeouts?
Timeouts, I guess, is the only time the clock will stop at this
and
point.
And a player injury.
Right.
I think that's it.
And I think Clovis is
just run.
Yeah, I think Clovis is just kind of content just to let it go, and whatever they get, they get.
So Chapman will have it. That's a backwards pass. Watch out. And how does that work? Does it just go incomplete?
I guess. It's interesting,
That's a live ball.
It is. Luckily, it went out of bounds for sure.
I think they spot it where it goes out of bounds.
Okay, so that's a loss then. Wow.
Yeah, all the way back to the 21. That's a 10-yard loss on the play. Yeah, it's not just an incomplete. When you throw it backwards, it's a live ball, and it goes out of bounds at the 21. So that'll cost the Cats 10 with 1:04 to go. All Roswell tonight, 49-0. Roswell would go to 5-1. Wildcats to 0-6, but district coming up, season number 2, if you will. Clean slate. So Chapman under center. Going to hand it inside handoff. Looked like a little bit of a hole. Out to the 25, so a gain of 4. Who did they give that to?
Was that Weiss that got that one?
I think it was Weiss. I think that's only his first carry of the night for actual yardage. Timeout taken. No, that's going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to go and let it go. 13
Yep.
seconds left. So
Clock will run down. They're already headed to the middle of the field. Roswell comes in, takes care of business, defeat the Wildcats 49-0. We will take a 1-minute break. Be back with the post-game wrap-up at Leon Williams Stadium. Again, Roswell 49, the Wildcats nothing. Back in 1 minute.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter?
For allowing us to provide a feed to Roswell. I hope we did the broadcast justice. And I will tell you, for Roswell, you guys got a good-looking football team. And you go to 5-1 on the season. And interesting, again, Roswell not in the football district for Clovis, but they will be for everything else. So we'll see a lot more of Roswell through the sports calendar, if you will. But again, it's all Roswell, 49-0 tonight. The Clovis Wildcats will begin district play next Friday night as they will take on Albuquerque High. Some individual stats for you tonight. I have for Roswell, Sanchez, the multi-purpose running back, 17 carries for 91 yards on the night. Fuentes, he ran 4 times, 19 yards for him. Mendoza, I have him with 4 carries for 24 yards. Apodaca, 6 carries, 34 yards. And Hernandez, 4 carries for 42 yards. Receiving, it was Estrada led the way for Roswell. He had 3 catches for 59 yards. I had Mendoza with 2 catches for 12 yards. Was it Weathersford? That's not right, is it? Number 32.
Weathersby.
Weathersby. Yeah, no, I didn't have that right. He had a catch in this one. I have him down for 10 yards. I did not keep the completion percentage for Roswell, but I will tell you Roswell field position, they started at the Clovis 42, midfield, the Clovis 41, their own 49, their own 46. Started off the third quarter from the Clovis 41, their own 27, their own 32, and the Clovis 41, and they cashed in possession-wise tonight. Let me see, 7 touchdowns in 9 possessions.
Wow.
So pretty strong offense for the Roswell Coyotes. Defensively, they only allowed the Wildcats across midfield, I believe, 1 time. Is that what we figured out?
Yes, sir.
On that one, tough night. Roberts, negative yardage, 8 carries, minus 21 yards. A lot of that, those sacks. Quarterback gets sacked. All that yardage goes against his rushing. I don't care for that rule, but or that stat rule. I don't know if it's a rule, but statistically, I think it kind of is not good for a quarterback. Not fair. There's a lot of stats for a quarterback. You know, they throw a pass, hit a guy in the chest, he drops, and then he goes to the incompletion against the quarterback. I think they ought to have another category like catches, drops, and incomplete.
Yep.
You know, and the receivers ought to have to be pinned with some of that. You know, all you hear is, well, you know, we had 8 catches for 85 yards.
Right.
Well, how many drops
what about
did he have?
Or,
you know,
miscues or whatever else.
Yeah, they got to get some of that. We do have Nora on the night, 6 carries for 11 yards. I have Bogey with 2 carries for 4 yards. Mondragon, 1 carry for 5 yards, and Weiss, 1 carry for 4 yards. 2 receptions in the air I have for the Wildcats. Nora, 1 catch for 6 yards. Weiss, 1 catch for 1 yard. But I think in this one, you don't want to drum on it too much, but the penalties hurt the Wildcats. They had, unofficially, I had them with 10 penalties for over 120 yards.
That's brutal. It's just hard to beat anybody.
It's hard, when that happens. So that's something they'll need to clean up a little bit, but they'll work on that. And again, we'll have the game for you right here on 99.1 as the Wildcats will head to Albuquerque High next Friday night, and they will begin their district play. Other games, let me see if I have some more scores for you. Again, I want to thank Kurt Cook for sending me scores from Mountain Air. He's actually in Mountain Air. I do have Portales with a 54-0 win over Pewaukee. Again, we had Friona falling to Farwell, but Farwell on the season, they are pretty good. They have not lost. So congratulations to them on a nice win. Hang on with me 1 second, if I can pull up some more scores for you. Let's see what else we have. All right, third quarter now. Mountain Air starting to pull away 39-14. I do know for Elida they're missing 2 starters. One of those was disciplinary, if you will. And how about this one? Now, I know the score's probably updated by now, but had Farmington leading Rio Rancho 21-20.
Oh, wow.
In the third, so that would be kind of shocking. Halftime, no, this. You know what? I say no shock. This is shocking. Fort Sumner over Clayton, 42-0 at the half. So I'm sure that game became a mercy rule game. Melrose defeats Tatum, 38-6. So Melrose, they just are always pretty good.
They are.
And how about this one? Friendship of Texas playing Cleveland High School. Now, I don't know if that was neutral site or if Cleveland went all the way to Friendship and they'll return the favor, but Friendship gets the win, 56-52.
That's close.
108 points put up in that game. As we mentioned, 30-6, Farwell over Riona. And how about those Mules? 27-20 over Abernathy.
Playing well.
How about that?
Playing well.
I think they're 4-1 now.
It's really good.
They lost to Littlefield, I think, the first game of the season, and haven't lost since.
It's good to see our area schools having success, for sure.
Uh-oh. Somebody has left their phone at Leon Williams. Is anybody in the press box down there? Down at the end? Are they gone? Yeah, we don't know. Somebody left the phone. Shamrock all over Bovina, 44-0. And that is about all the scores I believe I have for the night. So, again, here, your final 49-0. Roswell defeats the Clovis Wildcats. Scott, anything you'd like to add before we wrap up tonight?
Yeah, I'll just say, tonight was a tale of 2 teams that run a similar style of offense, run heavy, but the difference is we've got a first-year coach versus a 9-year coach that's been running the system. And so, I hope Clovis fans still keep faith that things will work out. And, like we've said a couple of times tonight already, we start district schedule. Anything can happen. Everybody's got the same record going into district, and so we'll see what happens. All we got to do is string together a couple of wins, and we could be in really good shape moving into playoff seeding time. So we'll just, hopefully the Cats can turn it around and some kids can come back from injuries. Jetstone's injury, I'm not sure the severity of it, but it was enough to keep him out at least tonight.
Right.
Maybe starting next week in Santa Fe, he can turn it around and come out there and kids can get back to playing their natural positions.
Right, and homecoming will be against Santa Fe in 2 weeks.
That's right. Yes.
And then Capital comes in after that. And then the Wildcats, it's incredible to even say this, will have their last district game against Los Lunas. Los Lunas last year, the 5A state champion, had been moved up to 6A this year, and I think they're around 500. But we'll see how all that goes. A little more football to go, and season number 2 getting ready to start for the Clovis Wildcats. So, Scott, I want to thank you for helping me. It's I told you yesterday when you said you'd like to come help. I'm like, oh, good. I like that. It relaxed me since yesterday.
Good.
Knowing that you'd be here to help me, I think it's makes for a better broadcast when I have a second set of eyes and somebody to talk to. And, you being a coach, you're not just somebody to talk to. You know what you're seeing. You know what you're looking at. And you have a great attitude. And right now with a team that's struggling, it's good to have people with good attitude.
Yeah.
It's real easy to go negative, and we sure don't want to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll just say I appreciate you with the opportunity and for always allowing me to do this. This is so much fun to me. I really love doing this, and thank you for all the times that you've allowed me to help and to even go solo a couple of times. And it's really been a pleasure to be with you tonight and learning from one of the best.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't have any of the awards like some of the guys that do this.
They're coming.
But I do enjoy it. I'm not doing it for the awards. It's been fun, 17 seasons for me, and I've got to meet some great people like Gene Dow down in Roswell. Again, I want to thank him and his crew. Mike down there, Sessions, I believe, getting with me and getting things set up so that we could bring you basically Roswell Coyote football. And so it's a pleasure. I have a lot of friends in Roswell, and again, their football team looking pretty good. And like you said, Wildcats, a little bit more to work on, but they'll be back.
They will.
Just a matter of time for that one. And I do want to tell you, the person I have to brag on the very most is Anna back at the board. She's kind of silent to you guys out there listening, but she's in our ear. And she's the one that runs all the commercials on time, keeps me on track. And if it wasn't for the sponsors, Scott wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. There'd be nobody here to bring you Wildcat football, boys and girls basketball, and baseball and softball. So we'll be busy all the way till May. But right now we're just past the halfway mark of football. And again, your final score tonight is Roswell, the Coyotes, 49, the Clovis Wildcats, nothing. So on behalf of Zia Radio, Wayne Chase, along with Scott Sumpert and Anna from Leon Williams Stadium, we'll see you next week in Albuquerque. It's the Albuquerque High Bulldogs against the Clovis Wildcats. Have a great night and wonderful weekend, everybody.
Dr. Glenn.
Reports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, Trustmark Roofing, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Amigo Machinery, Central Valley Electric, Roswell Seed Company, Richland Motors, Big O Tires, Business Notions, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Zenith Security, ENMU Portales and ENMU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, So Easy Sewing, and Maze Lumber. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled program.
Spot if he decides to push the button. All these things are strange, scary, Dr. Strangelove kind of topics. And like I said, I mean, you were playing these reversals saying this is coming, Biden's Armageddon. But it also, pointed to the idea of the dark, I guess you call it his infernal majesty, the dark prince, the Antichrist and the devil coming our way.
Oh, yeah, I should play you. I got some pretty freaky reversals on Prince Charles. Not Prince Charles, King Charles.
King Charles,
Gee,
yeah.
That's hard to get used to, isn't it?
Yeah. Were just recent, or what was it that he was saying?
Oh, yeah. This was after the death of Her Majesty. So